Coming up on SBU TV, Canvas for Your Cure is back and helping children living with cancer, and we find out what people are going to do on Make a Difference Day. Hello and welcome to SBU TV. I'm Ryan McDonough.
And I'm Natalie Kucko. As much as we dread it sometimes, most of us can say we're happy to have a job. The same goes for the mentally and developmentally disabled, but not for much longer. Jackie Roberts reports.
In 2013, New York State banned new admission to sheltered workshops. I contacted Russ Hahn from the Rehabilitation Center in Olean for a local perspective.
We give people the opportunity to work in an environment where mistakes are okay.
A primary reason the centers have lost favor is because not all workers make minimum wage. Let's say minimum wage is $10 per hour, and the average person is expected to make 200 products. Someone at the center might only be able to make 100. That would mean they'd get 50% of the average income, leaving them with $5 instead of $10. The 1999 Supreme Court Olmstead decision also contributed to the disapproval of work centers. The decision said everyone is entitled to work in the most integrated setting possible.
Work centers are not integrated.
Finding traditional jobs in the community may be even harder in our area.
Work options are not what they might be in a large urban area.
To find a middle ground between what's best for the workers and what New York State requires, the center is transitioning from sheltered workshops into a new model.
Our intent is to build new business models around some of our existing businesses that employ people that are non-disabled with people that are disabled.
Right now, there is still no solution for workers who are severely disabled. Is it more important for everyone to make a minimum wage or for everyone to have an opportunity? At least in Cattaraugus County, the disabled can't have it both ways. With SBU TV, I'm Jackie Roberts.
The Olean Rehabilitation Center also provides transportation for each of their workers in Cattaraugus County.
Wondering what to do if there was an active shooter on St. Bonaventure's campus? Jasmine Foster has more.
Run, hide, or fight. Those are your three options if there's a gunman on St. Bonaventure University's campus. I talked to a couple of Bonaventure students and the head of safety and security about the current active shooter policy.
I think it would depend on where you were when there was an active shooter on campus, but I think that those are the three logical answers to what you would do, depending on how closely you're faced with the situation.
I think that maybe we could be trained a little bit more on how to carry out those options, like the fight option. I don't think anyone on campus would really know how to fight an intruder or something like that if that were to happen. So I think that there are ways, maybe training or information that the campus could provide for us so we were better equipped to do.
Students seem to feel safe, but they think campus security could have a stronger presence.
I feel safe on campus because I've been here for 3 years and nothing bad has happened. I don't think that that's anything anybody can predict, but I do think that if something did happen on this campus, well, I was here, I don't think security would be where I would look to feel safe.
Each year we have an annual training with our security officers. They are part of our emergency action plan with all the police officers in the area. Basically they are trained what to do in the event of an emergency, and they will follow what their responsibility tells them to do.
Could feel safer. Security, they do an okay job, but I think that they could use their time and their resources more efficiently, maybe to make us feel safer and to provide us with information and tools so that we are better equipped.
We will be reviewing our lockdown procedures. National guidelines have now changed. They've changed from a lockdown procedure to a flight, hide, or fight mentality. So all students, staff, and faculty, once those procedures are changed and in place, will be trained in that as well.
For SBU TV, I'm Jasmine Foster.
To read the current active shooter and hostage response policy, log on to my.sbu.edu.
You might want to keep an eye on the gas pedal while driving around campus. I have the story. Campus security at St. Bonaventure is patrolling speed limits a little more this year. A portable speed trailer was placed near the west end of campus last week. Security Director Gary Segrue offered his perspective.
We tend to have two problematic areas, one being in front of facilities on the west end of campus, on the east end of campus, just before the Richter Center.
To ensure that students and faculty obey the 15-mile-per-hour zone, safety and security reached out to local police for the speedometer.
Our patrol officers do not have radar guns in their vehicles, nor are they trained to utilize them. So I reached out to Sheriff Tim Whitcomb of the Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Department, who allowed us to borrow their speed trailer.
Security has only issued 4 speeding tickets since the trailer was brought to campus. They hope it will make drivers more cognizant on the road. For more information on traffic rules and regulations on campus, visit sbu.edu.
After raising over $3,000 last year, Canvas for a Cure is back to help paint better lives for children living with cancer. Sammi shows how painting is worth 1,000 words.
Leonardo da Vinci said painting is poetry which is seen and not heard, but these paintings have a message that can be heard loud and clear. The second annual Canvas for a Cure will be held right here in the Quick Center loft on Saturday from 12 to 4 p.m. Senior Stephanie Dolliver told me about the inspiration behind her event.
Canvas for a Cure was started because I have a little friend named Sarah who was diagnosed with cancer when she was 6 years old. She's now 11 and she's a little bit over a year into remission. So it kind of inspired me to want to do something for children living with cancer, and I was really a part of her process, and I saw how important Cure was to her family. And then through Dr. Palmer here at Bonas, I found out that the director of Cure is actually a graduate of St. Bonaventure.
Stephanie's inspiration, along with a group of dedicated volunteers, have helped Canvas for a Cure grow. This year, they have incorporated Bona Buddies into the event.
They love painting, but their little messages that they wrote, it's nice to see how honest kids are and how things come from right from their heart. We'll hear them talking about it in the future, and that'll be something cool to see.
My name is Keontae.
Hi, my name's Janaya.
Keontae, what did you learn today?
I learned something really nice for the people who have cancer. Not to tease them or not to be mean to them.
I wrote, let faith shine on you.
Let's hope that faith keeps shining down on Canvas for a Cure.
This is Keontae with SBU TV News.
I couldn't have said it better myself. For SBU TV, I'm Sammi.
If you'd like to learn more about Canvas for a Cure or learn how to donate, go to www.sbucanvasforacure@wix.com.
Ever notice something a little funky about some of the signs on campus? Ryan has, and he has it covered.
Originally, the St. Bonaventure University we know today was called St. Bonaventure's College. While one part of the name has changed over time, the other two parts have not. As officially stated in our permanent charter document in 1883, we abbreviate the word Saint, not spell it out. You can even see that today, with the St. Bonaventure's College sign still intact at De La Roche, and several other official signages and logos. As you can see from this side on the west entrance of campus, St. Bonaventure is spelled S-A-I-N-T, and Hopkins Hall, and some purchase tags, as well as other things around campus. But the university officially states that the abbreviated spelling is correct in our style guide, and the athletic department even lists the spelling out of the word saint as an unacceptable use for all athletic media. So why this inconsistency? Well, the discrepancies on signage don't stop there. There's Mr. Concession and his menu, and the room for all the men's. If this bothers you, contact an attendant from our broadcast lab. Oh well, at least Woody Harrelson got it right. For SBU TV, I'm Ryan McDonough.
You can find our university style guide at sbu.edu.
With basketball season just 2 short weeks away, the Bonnies are ready to give it their best shot. Here's Nick Konotopskyj with more.
It's almost that time of year again. Basketball season is upon us, and the women's team is looking to improve on a 15-15 record from last season.
The women's basketball team opens up their season here at the Riley Center on November 7th with an exhibition game against Edinboro. Head coach Jim Crowley talked about this year's team and some key players to watch out for as the season goes on.
We didn't play as hard as we needed to last year, and we didn't play as together as we needed to. So we're really stressing that, and our players are believing in it and showing it, and so we're anxious to get started. And it starts with Katie Healy, who's had back-to-back years where she's been honored by the Atlantic 10 Conference, and has had some great years, and hopefully her senior year will be good. And it all kind of starts with our senior class. Along with Katie is Emily Michael, who's going to be in her third year as our starting point guard, and is a tremendous defensive player. And then Nyla Reeder, who 2 years ago was an all-conference player, kind of fell off a little bit for her junior year, but has responded really well so far.
Healy, who's a senior forward, led the team with 14.1 points per game and 6.5 rebounds last season. After facing Edinburgh, the Bonnies will remain at home the rest of the month with non-conference matchups against Siena, Detroit, and Toledo. With SBU TV, I'm Nick Konotopskyj.
Learn more about the women's basketball team or any of our Division I sports here at SBU. Visit GoBonnies.com.
On October 24th, millions of volunteers across the country will unite with a common mission. Brittany Slomba has more.
Created by USA Today and backed up by the Gannett Company in Tanga, Make a Difference Day is the largest single day of volunteering in the country. Their mission statement is that no matter who you are or where you're from, everyone has the power to do something that improves the life of another, and every contribution makes a difference. I asked members of the St. Bonaventure community what they will contribute to Make a Difference Day.
This year for Make a Difference Day, I will make cookies for my elderly neighbor. I will bring snacks to my friends in the library after a long day of studying, and I will hold the door open for everyone.
This year for Make a Difference Day, I'm going to go to the SPCA and walk a stray animal.
I think Make a Difference Day is important because if nobody does anything, nothing will change.
For SBU TV, I'm Brittany Slomba.
To learn more or get involved, visit makeadifferenceday.com.
Awesome. Well, interesting stuff there, Natalie. Well, that'll do it for us here at SBU TV. I'm Ryan McDonough.
And I'm Natalie Kucko. Thanks for watching.